Lindo, what are we expecting there today?
Well, Maseko, we are expecting that members of Operation Dudula, all branches, have been called to come and demonstrate outside the Central Police Station here in Johannesburg. They have been doing so since Friday. This was after the arrest of Nhlanhla Lux Dlamini on Thursday. Now, yesterday as well as on Friday, they demonstrated outside here with the hope that Nhlanhla Lux Dlamini would be released because their legal team was saying because of the type of offense and that being Schedule 1, they would have expected that police as well as the investigating officer, prosecutors, would have been able to facilitate a bail from the police station, or at least a hearing for a bail application here at the police station. But for 2 days they've been disappointed. The latest was yesterday when they were told that unfortunately after so many efforts from his legal team as well as leaders of Operation Dudula, there is no way that Nhlanhla Lux Dlamini would be coming out of this particular police station until Monday, when we understand he will be going to Roodepoort Magistrates Court to actually face some of his charges. He will be appearing for the first time, but the expectation is that there he will be able to formally apply for bail, and that these supporters would then be hoping that he will be released. So yesterday they were told that unfortunately their efforts are only going to continue on Monday. Now, what is expected to happen today is that in 30 minutes time, at around 11 a.m., Operation Dudula members from all branches, together with, of course, some of their associates, such as Dudula Movement from Alexandra, Soweto Parliament, Alexandra Parliament, Patriotic Alliance, and many other organizations, are expected to join them to demonstrate outside here, not with the hope that he will be walking out, but to continue to showing solidarity for Nhlanhla Lux Dlamini, who is inside some of the holding cells here at the Johannesburg Central Police Station. They want him to hear their voices. They want him to know that during this trying time, they are with him and they are going to continue to fight for him come tomorrow when he goes to court.
All right, Lindo, can you also explain to us in terms of the charges what he's been charged with, rather, in terms of that resident in Dobsonville? I believe there was a meeting that then transpired into drugs being involved there. Apparently this man sells drugs. That's the allegation.
Yeah, well, the timeline, Maseko, that we have is that last week on Sunday, there was, in fact, a general meeting to give feedback to some of the Operation Dudula members about some of their successes as they continue to do their operations against illegal immigrants, and also against, some of the people that are alleged to be drug dealers in the country. So when that was about to take place, we understand that some community members in Dobsonville had called Operation Dudula to say that we know about a few people that are drug dealers, and that was when they went to one of the houses of the victim, who opened a case with the help of the economic freedom fighters. And what we understand had happened was that they were with police. They raided some houses. They were asking questions around whether there is drugs or not to some of those people. One of those gentlemen obviously opened a case which saw Nhlanhla Lux Dlamini being arrested. So on the one end, you have Nhlanhla Lux Dlamini's lawyers saying that in fact there were police there. Why, if they were doing something wrong, police did not interfere or intervene at that time? But on the other hand, you have this gentleman who's gone to social media through a video posted by the economic freedom fighters saying that his house was broken into, he was harassed, his house was ransacked, and everything was broken in the house. And in fact, he also opened a case of theft. So that brings us to this point where Nhlanhla Lux Dlamini, tomorrow, if he does go to the Roodepoort Magistrates Court, he will be facing charges of breaking in, housebreaking, that is, and then he will be facing a charge of damage, of malicious damage to property, as well as the charge of theft. What he stole is something that we are not sure. Obviously, some of the details will be outlined at the Magistrates Court when he appears for the first time. But the development yesterday was the expectation that there would be an identification parade that would have taken place. But we did understand from yesterday that the victim in this case was not present in terms of being found to come and do this identification parade. And that was why some of the lawyers had told us that it does show that from their point of view, there is no case against Nhlanhla Lux Dlamini. And in fact, this is just clandestine interference to stop some of their operations. So at this stage, he's facing those 3 charges, we understand. And tomorrow, when he goes and appears for the first time, we're expecting that we'll hear more details around why is it that police saw it fit to charge him and even arrest him.
And now we have the acting police commissioner in Gauteng talking about, responding to the allegation or the worry that Nhlanhla Lux would be poisoned. Explain to us, Lindo, why his supporters were believing that he'd be poisoned inside those prison cells.
His supporters, the leaders of Operation Dudula, as well as other leaders, including Nhlanhla, the deputy president of the Patriotic Alliance, they believe that this is heavily politically influenced and that this is simply frivolous and not necessarily charges that will stick. But they are saying that this is not only to stop Nhlanhla Lux Dlamini as well as Operation Dudula from actually doing their operations, such as what they were supposed to do today, in fact, was to go to KZN to open up branches of Operation Dudula that would carry out their work in that other side of KZN. So they're saying that it's not only to stop all of those plans and operations, but they believe that it's also perhaps to bring harm to Nhlanhla Lux Dlamini. I mean, one of the things that Nhlanhla himself announced yesterday was that they are seeing more arrests that are taking place, which they believe are being done to actually group Nhlanhla Lux Dlamini, who was in a single cell alone. They are believing that they want to put other people in there in the guise of saying that the police station is full and that they need to share these holding cells. Theirs was to say they want to ensure that he is safe. So they are believing that there are some elements that are trying to harm him, including the food that they said they will not allow him to eat food from the police station because they believe that he might be poisoned. So the arrangements at this stage are around the fact that his mother is the only person that will give him food, and also that he needs to be in a single cell. But we did hear from Major General Mtombeni yesterday through my colleague, that is Nobile Madlala, who joined the Ukaimula operations last night. He did say that the safest place that any person in South Africa can find themselves is in a police station, because there are police that are there to protect them. So that is the long and short of it, that while there are these worries, police are saying they are confident, first of all, that they did everything in terms of their investigations and arresting the suspect, but they are also saying that the suspect in question will in fact be safe because he is in police custody. So they've taken that responsibility amid growing concerns of his safety.
All right, Lindokuhle Xulu at the Johannesburg Central Police Station. Let's leave it there for now.